Good morning, guys. Welcome to Tyler's Talking Sports. So it's either Monday morning or it's Thursday morning because we drop 2 episodes weekly at 6 a.m. Monday morning and Thursday morning. Monday morning's episode will be called Off the Record, where we talk about a little bit of everything. We just sit back, two guys talking about sports. My name is Tyler Hess. On the other side of the mic, you're going to hear from my brother from another mother, Tyler Castle. We talk sports. We're going to become your favorite sports podcast. You're going to want to listen to us. But Mondays, we have Off the Record. Thursday morning is where you find out what's getting ready to happen this upcoming Saturday in college football. We go over the biggest matchups, who's going to win the Heisman, who we think is going to win. We also talk about the local games here in Southwest Virginia and East Tennessee. So we're so glad to have you guys, but do us one favor. It's one itty-bitty favor. If you don't care, whatever it is you're listening on, because, guys, we on everything. We on all major podcasting platforms, and we're on YouTube. And we're on Facebook. So be sure you hit that follow button. Be sure you follow us, subscribe to us, do whatever you can. Every little bit helps, guys, and we appreciate everything. We're doing this for you guys, and we hope you fall in love with us. Love us or hate us, we feel like you're going to come back. Thank you, guys. Enjoy this episode.
This episode is brought to you by Next Level Fitness Club in Lebanon, Virginia. 1806 East Main Street, Lebanon, Virginia, 24266. They are a 24/7 gym facility, 24/7 tanning. They also offer certified personal training and certified functional fitness classes to fit all needs. If you're in the market for a gym membership, this is a great place to hit up. Hit up Ethan, Tyler, or Jordan at any of their numbers, and check out their website at www.nextlevelfitnessclub276.com.
This episode is brought to you by Little's Lawn Care. Little's Lawn Care is the all-you-need lawn care people. You need your yard mowed. You need your leaves blowed out of your yard. You need your gutters cleaned out. Contact Little's Lawn Care at 276-698-5104. Again, that number is 276-698-5104. You can text them and you can call him. His name is Brandon Little. He's an incredible person, and be sure you let him know that Tyler sent you.
And we're live! Season 2, Episode 19, Off the Record. Episode number 2, Off the Record.
Yeah.
Week 10 in the books. Happy Monday morning. If you're joining us for the first time, this is Tyler's Talking Sports. On the other side of the mic, we have my brother from another mother, Tyler Hess, and myself, Tyler Castle. What we do here is we talk college football primarily this season. Man, it's been a big season.
Been a big one, man. It's been probably one of the best college football seasons, and I think it has a lot to do with the playoff.
Playoff?
And we're all looking forward to what's going to happen tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. That's Tuesday with the college football playoff rankings coming out. Like that's the thing. We're all wondering how that initial one's going to look. So, because right now we've all been unknown. What does a one-loss team look like? Is a two-loss team still in? Is a three? They're saying three-loss team may make it. I mean, it's crazy.
Crazy stuff out there happening. We'll see what happens in those playoff rankings tomorrow, so make sure y'all tune in on that. If you're not following us already on Facebook, guess what we hit today? Or yesterday, rather. 1,000 followers. We did it, baby. We wanted to hit 1,000 by November 23rd. We did it 20 days ahead of time.
Here's what's crazy. I texted you this today or yesterday. A year ago, we were at 286 followers on Facebook. 286.
Yeah, man.
And now we're at 1,000. As of 6:01 a.m. Monday morning, we are at 1,003.
Mine was showing more. Mine was showing 1,006.
Nope. See? Instant update.
1,006. So that's where we're at, guys. Couldn't do this without y'all, so thank y'all again. Changing some things up, too. You're going to see a little bit different stuff coming this Thursday at you, so make sure you tune into that episode. That'll be this Thursday at 6 a.m., changing some stuff up, doing some fun things, got some more ideas coming our way. So y'all let us know, tune in, let us know what you think about everything coming. Speaking of cool stuff coming up, how about our trip I just mentioned a second ago, November 23rd, Hess and I are heading to Boone.
Heading to Boone, baby.
And the reason I brought this up is, baby, I got it right here, Hess. If y'all are watching, make sure it's the right one, yeah. We got a freaking map.
Got a map
of the parking lot, labeled it. I know y'all can't really see that, but we got 1 through 7. Can you see that? Yeah,
yep, barely.
One right there. So I need to know 1 through 7. We're going to 7 parking lots, parking garages, whatever you want to call them. I don't know.
We're tailgating, baby.
Rooftop. It's going to be crazy. We still don't know what time the game is. They're not going to release that probably till 6 or 7 days ahead.
We're guessing 3:30.
Guessing 3:30, so we're going to have to be there super early. So the agenda. You ready to run down this agenda real quick for him?
Yeah, man. Before we talk about that agenda, I mean, guys, I need the Appalachian State Mountaineer fan base to know you guys are some of the most amazing people. Like, we made a post on their fan football page, and it blew up, and instantly it was, hey, come see us. We'd love to have you. We're having this. Right now, I think we're going to have barbecue ribs, smoked brisket, surf and turf. I can't even remember half the food. We're going to have so much food. Like, this is going to be great. And
it's definitely going to be a cheat day.
Yeah, definitely. Like, we're going to have such a fun time. We're excited. Like, I made the post, never thought it would have turned into what it has. We even had one individual that's been messaged, gave us a cell phone number so we can find him. We're excited. We're going to take a bunch of pictures and everything. But, yes, we got an agenda. Working on a parking pass is step one, but we're getting there. We're going to figure out what we're going to do there. We're leaving around 6 a.m. that Saturday on the 23rd to get down there, so we get down there around 8-ish. And then, guys, we're hitting on River Street. We are going to go on River Street down there in Boone and hitting that H Garage. We're going to that level 3. Big red truck.
Big red truck and black Jeeps.
Black Jeeps. And Jello shots.
And Jello shots waiting for us.
That's right. So that's how we're starting off the morning down there. Then we're going to head over to the Mountaineer lot. After we head up, if we make it to the Mountaineer lot,
yeah, we'll see what happens.
Join them people. We're going to hang out with old Janice. Then we're going to go over to the stadium deck. And we're going to holler for Kyle and Pierce. And when we holler for Kyle and Pierce, we know where they're parked at. I'm not going to give their spot out because you never know. I don't know how it works down there, so I ain't going to give their spot out. We're losing
don't give their space out. Yep.
Then we're heading over from the stadium deck. We're going to the Peacock lot, not brought to you by NBC, just the Peacock lot. We're heading there. And then after the Peacock lot, we're going to the library deck. We're going to the top. We're going to level 4. We're going to the top, baby. And it's barbecue day there. And
BBQ!
BBQ, baby. You know, we're going to get some of that Carolina barbecue. It's going to be great. Cannot wait to have that. And then we're going over, we're finishing, saving the best one here for near the end because the Legends lot, you know, when Legends are made, we're going to the Legends lot. We're going to have a heck of a time there. But then, hopefully, we're going to the Justice lot. And that doesn't mean we're going to jail and going to the Justice Center. We're going to the Justice lot. So we're excited about it. It's going to be a great atmosphere. It's going to be wonderful. I don't even care what the weather is. I'm so excited. We're going to deck out in the blackout. It's senior day. It's homecoming. It's going to be crazy down there. We couldn't have got a better game at Appy State.
Yeah, shout out Dylan Wall.
Yep, shout out.
Yeah, man.
Whew.
Man, you went through that.
Man, I'm pumped about it, man. I'm so excited. So excited.
I am too. It's going to be a great trip. Guys, we're trying to do everything down there too. I mean, we're taking four microphones. I showed y'all this.
Yep.
Hess got 2. I got 2 more. Yeah, bringing it all.
Yeah, we're
external chargers. We're going to have it all this time.
We're going to do some live interviews. We're going to do some recordings. The big thing that I do want to do when we're down there is I want to take pictures with all these people.
Absolutely.
I want to have memories, build them all up, build them around us. Excited about it.
A lot of these guys have followed our page too, so I really appreciate that.
Yep. So just to start, guys, and we've been talking about it next year. Granted, it's down the road. We're looking at going to maybe 4 to 5 football games next year at various locations and just join with the fan base, the tailgaters, and have fun and bring that experience to you guys. So, and just, I'm excited, man. I
like all that body emotion.
A lot of energy going on.
You're moving over there. I like that. I like that a lot.
So, what are you thinking? What are you excited about with this trip, man?
Man, I'm excited to meet new people. I just love it. And just football fans in general are great.
Right.
And, you know, just being open-minded in this because we don't really have to have a team. So,
Right.
I mean, it's just going to be great. Talk football, meet new people, learn new things, learn the atmosphere down there. You and I have never been to a game, so take it all in. Just take it all in. As a football fan, take it all in.
That's me, man. I'm excited about it. And like you said, meeting new people and building relationships with new people. You know, I mean, we're small. We just hit 1,000 followers. And in a year's time, we jumped like 800 followers, pretty much, you know, and this is the start of something, you know. Yeah, we took some time off to figure out really what we wanted to do, if we wanted to keep this going. I mean, and now here we are. We've got a game plan to go to Boone to watch an Appy State football game. But, you know, honestly, yeah, we're excited about the game. But I'm more excited. I'm like you. I'm more excited about meeting the people.
I am too.
Engaging with those people and building friendships and relationships with these people that won't just last for that day, but will carry on beyond the 20th.
Kind of like the Tennessee tailgate.
Oh, yeah, man.
That was legendary. That was legendary.
Legendary. And we're going to do some big things next time we're down in Balls Country.
Yeah, we got some other plans. We're going to G10.
We're going G10, baby.
We're going G10. Somehow we getting in G10.
I'm going to throw it out there. It's coming up this Saturday. You're going to Blacksburg. I'm not going anymore. I decided Ethan can keep the ticket because I don't want to go. Tech lost, Clemson lost. I don't.
Yeah, I get it.
You're going to be there. Maybe get
Yeah.
a couple interviews with some people. See.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, you're taking Tyler's Talking Sports on the road, going to Blacksburg. You know, a couple pictures, couple entrances. Get that entrance, man. That Enter Sandman entrance.
You know I'll do my thing.
Yeah.
But I won't let the pod down and the listeners down.
Speaking of that, guys.
Y'all will actually, hang on, before we get into that. I know I'm going to talk a little bit more about it Thursday, but y'all will actually see me in Tech gear this Saturday. Just saying.
I like it.
I might be a closet Hokie fan. You never know.
Who knows, man?
Who knows? Who knows?
But speaking of that, you getting some videos, that Enter Sandman stuff. That's why we got a TikTok. So be sure, guys, you following us on TikTok to see some of these clips and some of these videos. There are a couple videos on there that didn't make it on the Facebook. They're only on TikTok. So be sure you check that out. But yeah, man.
One's only on YouTube. You got to find the special video.
Yeah, there's only one on YouTube there. It's a special one. We ain't getting rid of that one. That was a memory. But yeah, man, before we get too far off the rails here talking about everything, got some local football games this weekend.
We do.
What we have first, we had UVA Wise.
UVA Wise Cavs versus Tusculum Pioneers.
Yeah, boy.
This game was senior day.
Senior day.
Cooper Wick dominated in the air. That's backup quarterback for Wise.
Go Coop.
27 for 39, 369 yards, 3 touchdowns. Both of these teams, I thought this was pretty cool. Both these teams combined for a total of 917 yards.
Jesus, is there a defense down there?
Apparently not. This was a high-scoring game. Wise held on to win this game 35-27.
My gosh. Almost 1,000 yards of offense.
1,000 yards offense.
That's like 2 game totals for some teams.
Yeah, it was it. That's pretty good, man. I was expecting a higher score when I first saw the combined total yards.
Right?
Honestly, man. I was expecting like a 49-42 or something, But
I'll say this, man. Good for Wise. Good for them to get a victory down there on senior day. I mean, that's good. That's momentum. I mean, they're not going to make the playoffs. They're finishing out the season. Way to try to finish the season strong. That's really good. I like that.
That's a big win. Tusculum's tough. I mean, we talked about Tusculum, how they almost beat Emory. They lost Emory by 2 earlier in the season, 23-21. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's a huge win. That's a statement win for Wise.
Yeah, that is. And now
they might have found their quarterback, too.
And they're looking ahead to they got Emory coming up.
Yep, Emory's coming up this Saturday.
This Saturday, yes, it is.
Speaking of Emory, this past weekend.
Let's not talk about it. Let's just move on.
Played Mars Hill. Guys, we messed up. We thought it was a bye week.
We did. Hey, we make mistakes. We're not perfect.
We made mistakes, man. I heard some mistakes over the weekend. Yep, Seth Stanley called me out again. Appreciate it, Seth, the SSS.
I like that guy.
I do, too. He keeps me on my toes.
Let me tell you what I miss about – hold on. Let me tell you what I miss about Seth.
What's that?
Those nights we played Call of Duty.
Good times.
There were some fun times.
I meant to tell Seth, if you're listening, you got called Baker Mayfield like 4 times. I heard that a lot.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, so apparently you look like Baker Mayfield. I was just going to let y'all. I'll probably snap him that later and let him know. But
wait a minute. Speaking of Call of Duty, I just want to say it. Braxton was playing before we started recording. No, they're out of school this week. Guess what map he was on?
Rust.
Nuketown.
Oh, yeah, I forget this Black Ops.
And he was like, man, this is my favorite map, Daddy. You gotta check this out. Check all this out.
Never played it before.
I'm like saying you don't even know.
Son, we played it when it was Town of Nuke.
You don't even know. Don't even know.
Man.
But yeah, man. Shout out to Seth for being on. We'd like to bring him back on again.
I'd like to get Seth back on. I'll message him, see if I can get him on for Wednesdays or Thursdays. Sorry. Golly, guys. I get my days right.
You good, man. That time change.
That time change is killing me.
You good,
I hate this time. Hey, that's a poll. Why don't you do a poll on that? Who loves this time change?
I do.
I know. You're literally the only person I've ever heard say that. Yeah, I like this.
Let me tell you why I think I do. Let me tell you why I really think I do.
I don't know, man. I don't know why you like get off work and it's dark.
That don't bother me. That don't bother me.
You can't do nothing outside.
Darkness don't bother me. My day's ended. I can relax. I feel like I get more time with my family. But I think it goes back to when I was a kid. Because
deep here on the pod.
I'm just saying. I think it goes back to when I was a kid. Even we would play.
Johnny, talk to Lisa and Scott.
No, I'm not saying it was abuse. No abuse, man.
Okay.
I'm saying one. We would go. It was like basketball season. We were always going to basketball games. When high school, that was in the heart of my football season.
It really was. Well, right now is the best time for sports. I mean, we just lost playoff baseball, but
I think that's what it was. I think it was me as a child, like going through it. Like when we got to this point of the year, I had my NFL, I had my MLB, I had my. I think that's what it is, and I just always liked it.
Life does slow down a little bit too in the winter.
It does, and I think that's part of it too. I think in the summer we get wrapped
after Christmas,
up in
it slows down until about February. So I get that.
I got a birthday coming up.
I'm the type. I like working outside. Like
I got a birthday coming up, man. I'm getting more gray.
I know, December 5th. A little bit over a month. What'll that be? 32? 33?
33.
33, that's what I thought.
33.
God, you getting old as crap. God. Guys, I'm going to have a retirement replacement for Hess. So if you're listening, I'm going to take in some interviews. If y'all want to come on and replace Tyler, your name does not have to be Tyler. It could be something else.
No, we can change it, man.
Yeah, we could be like...
It could be Tyler
and Bobby.
Sports. Tyler Talking Sports featuring Bobby.
Featuring Bobby.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, guys.
Yeah, back to the Emory game, man. Hated when you texted me that. You seen it before I did.
I did.
That's
a tough loss. Which we knew Mars Hill was no slouch.
Right.
They just fell short 31-23. That second loss of the season. After getting ranked, so I think they might stay like 25th or they might drop out. They'll probably drop out, honestly.
They drop
which
out.
Sucks. They should have been ranked higher in the first place. But Mars Hill got out to a quick lead, 10-0, and never looked back.
Yeah, Emory tried to claw back, but I mean, it was just a little too late.
Yeah, too late in the game. So I hate that for Emory.
Yeah, but let me tell you what else.
They can finish out strong, though. They can win out.
Tell you what else I hate more.
What's that?
The fact that Bluefield State lost 91-0.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I'm just glad we didn't put that on here.
Yeah, close game. Bluefield University versus Reinhardt is what we had on here.
Yeah.
I don't know the score.
Let me tell you, I can look it up, man.
Yeah, why don't you look that up? Because it wasn't on the website last night.
Oh, God, here we go.
So it must have been uploaded today, probably.
Must have been really bad.
Maybe. I don't know. I'd like to get that score.
I bet it was really bad.
Maybe.
If they didn't post it, it must have been real bad. Let's see. Bluefield University Athletics.
How's that website look?
Hey, man, it looks good. Real pretty.
Nice.
Red on top, blue.
Compare to my boys down in Pike.
Hold on, let me go to their main page. It's very equivalent.
Very equivalent.
They must have updated it since you last looked. But to give you an update on the Reinhardt game, final score: Reinhardt 24, Bluefield 16. Bluefield falls to 3-6 on the year, 2-2 in conference play. No points scored in the fourth quarter. Reinhardt had a dominant second quarter where they scored 10 points, and they kind of never looked back once they went up. They went up 17-13, and then held Bluefield to a field goal. So that's been Bluefield's MO. I feel like they've either played really close game or just not showed up. So
yeah, absolutely, man. Moving on to the next on the docket.
Sorry, Dewey.
23 ETSU versus number 12 Mercer. We said this game would be tough. This would be a very tough game. ETSU just comes up short. They were making a run. They were making a comeback, honestly. End up losing on the road, 37-31. That's a sound team to lose to. It sucks, but
Mercer was ranked 12th.
Really?
They were ranked 12th coming into this game, and they're ranked 6th in their playoff rankings.
6th in playoff rankings. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Jalen King played a little bit of QB, a little split action here. He went 11 for 25.
I gotta get something to drink.
192 yards. Gino English played quarterback. He was 14 for 19, 267 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The problem with this game that I saw is the lead-in rusher for ETSU, Bryson Irby. Did you see this stat? Can you even hear me? Did you see this stat? I'm going to keep talking till you pull up your headset there. Did you see this stat? I'm talking about Bryson Irby.
Bryson Irby.
Led the game in rushing.
I know, man. 11 yards rushing.
11 yards.
Yeah.
That's a problem, guys. That's a problem. We got to get that number.
Major problem. But I will say this.
They did set the school record.
They did. It was a school record of
459 yards. That's pretty cool.
I will say this, though. The Trey Lamb, his offense is an air raid. It's an air raid offense. That's one reason a lot of these schools are looking at him to come up and be their offensive coordinator or head coach at the D1 level or at the FCS level, because that air raid, we see what it does.
459 yards just broke school record. I think it's working.
With 2 quarterbacks.
But you got to get that run game going too, man.
Yeah.
You can't be one-dimensional in any division, in my opinion.
I agree.
So, yeah. Great game, though. No free shout-outs, but great game.
Yeah. Hate it for them, man. I hate that for ETSU. They just got ranked. We've been hyping them up. Big game against Mercer. They beat Mercer. They're probably jumping.
It sucks for both ETSU and Emory, man. I hate that for both of them. Only team that I'm happy for this week is Wise.
Yeah. I mean, if ETSU wins that game, they probably jump into the top 19, top 15-ish area, 17.
I'd say 16th.
I mean, but then that puts them probably a home game in the playoffs.
What's ETSU now? 5-4.
Yeah, it puts them 5-4. So
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably still gonna make the playoffs. I still think they will. It's just now they're probably gonna have to go on the road, and that's just not what you really want to do right there. But hey, you never know; they might shock the world and pull something out.
Shock the world, baby. Shock them. Shock them, mock them.
Hey, you need to check out the video we shared on our page. They did a little trailer with one of the players. He's down there in Johnson City where the train track runs through, and Wagon Wheel's playing in the background. He's walking around with the cowboy hat on, and it's a pretty cool little video.
I bet that's pretty hype.
It is pretty hype. But had the AP poll drop yesterday.
Sure did.
Top 25, week 11. Had a little bit of a change.
A little bit of change up top.
A little bit. Still
I
had
don't know if I agree with this.
Still had the same 1-2 up there. And
Yeah, I agree with that.
Then you had Ohio State moved up to number 3.
Rightfully so.
Then you had Miami.
That's what I don't understand.
Finds a way to just keep on winning.
This one I don't understand at all.
They moved up to 4.
They jumped Texas.
Jumped Texas, who had a bye.
I don't understand that.
It's Miami, man.
I mean,
That's
I
what
get
it
that,
is.
but I don't see how they jumped Texas. I mean, Texas ain't had no slouch of a schedule either.
Hold on. Before we go any farther, before I say what I'm about to say, shout out to the Miami fan base for liking our post, giving us 3,760 likes, 165 comments, 308 shares, and our post has reached 101,758 people.
They have seen Tyler's Talking Sports at the top, baby.
You got that right. And it is the number 1 post of all time on the Miami football fans page.
Making history out here.
And all I did was take a picture of my TV when wide receiver broke the record to become the all-time leader in receiving yards and touchdowns. And that thing has blew up. We got a bunch of followers from us, so thank you guys that followed.
Yeah.
But I need to tell you something.
No free shout-outs.
Yeah, I ain't shouting out the name.
No. I just want to say no free shout-outs.
No free shout-outs, man.
On that portion.
But this is probably where they're going to unfollow us. Because they ain't no reason that Miami is ranked in the top 5. No reason. Should have lost to Tech. Should have lost to Cal. Honestly, they should have probably lost to Duke if Duke would have just kept doing what they did in the first half.
Duke ran out of gas.
Miami gets beat by whoever they play round 1 in the play. Actually, Miami gets beat in the ACC championship game.
Really?
Go ahead. You say what you got.
I was going to say Miami could be 5th. I'm okay with Miami 5 because they are undefeated.
I think Miami's the second best team in the ACC.
Well, who's SMU?
You daggone right.
SMU looks really good.
Everybody's overlooking them.
They are. I mean, Miami's great, man. I can't say they're not. I mean, Cam Ward he threw for 400 yards.
I mean, Cam Ward is a
5
monster.
touchdowns. I mean, against Duke, and Duke's no slouch this year.
Cam Ward's a monster.
So I understand it. But I'm just saying.
Rest-Rose, the guy that broke the record, he's a monster. But
I'm just saying, like, I don't understand how they jumped Texas is all. Like, I'm okay with them going to 5. I'm okay with that.
It's because they put the undefeated, except for Ohio State.
Yeah, that's what it was.
They put the undefeated ahead of Texas.
They did. I'm sorry, Miami. I know we just blew up on y'all's page and stuff, but Tech did beat them.
Oh yeah,
I mean that they did.
Yes.
I don't care if you're a Miami fan, if you're a true Miami fan, you will probably agree with that. Like,
if I've learned
they
anything,
lost that game.
Reading these comments on this post, if you say one bad thing about Miami, even if your profile picture is you in a Miami jersey, they absolutely destroy you. Yes.
I love it. Just like Bama fans. I love it. Really, hang on, though. That's really any fan base. I've learned that since we started doing this. Tennessee's like that. Tech's like that. Georgia's like that. Bama's like that. Everybody is just diehards about their – I mean, they're very passionate about their team, which I love that.
Yeah. I mean –
I love the passion, guys. Hate or good, bring it our way. We're just talking.
Oh, yeah, bring it away. I mean, stand up for your team. Let us know how you feel.
Let us know what y'all
That's the cool thing. I mean, you see your background right now. It's all Tennessee out. You see my background. I got a little bit of everything back there. But by the way, guys, if you all have ever questioned my baseball pennants behind me, that's all the stadiums I've been to. So it's the home team of every stadium that I've been to. And Braves fan in baseball. But, I mean, look right here.
If y'all ever question my trash can, that was from Walmart. I got it on sale, a great deal.
Actually, guys, he's lying. See that Tennessee picture behind him?
Which one?
The one right above the trash can.
This one.
It's so that trash can fall in there eventually when it comes off your wall.
I burned all this last night, guys, and then I put it back up.
He did. You should have been here, guys.
I said I hated that team.
There was a lot of emotion last night. But
it's typical. It's typical Tennessee. I'm on a roller coaster the entire game.
But hey, speaking of the Vols, 7th.
Yeah, I agree with that. They moved up in coaching poll. They went to 6th in coaching poll.
But, I mean, honestly, guys, I don't care what this says. Whatever happens Tuesday, that's the poll. The AP poll will be gone. This will mean nothing. Because from now on, everything you see on your TV, everything that's been talked about will be the playoff ranking. So, but if I look at this right now, Oregon's Big Ten conference leader. So they're 1 seed because they're the highest ranked conference champion. Georgia, if they won the SEC, would be the 2 seed. Then Miami would be the 3 seed. And then you would be looking at BYU as the 4 seed, as the highest ranked non-Power 5.
Dude, BYU's scary, man.
They are. So that would be your top 4 with the bye. Then you'd be looking at Ohio State hosting a game, Texas hosting a game, Penn State hosting a game, and then Tennessee hosting a game.
God.
In the first round.
Tickets to that would probably be $1,000.
Oh, it'd be ridiculous.
It'd be a first-time playoff game ever. Yeah, it'd be outrageous.
Very, very interested to see how that playoff ranking comes out, because it's really going to be a telltale. Does 1 loss really hurt you? Does 2 losses hurt you? Here's the other thing. They're saying a 3-loss team is possibly going to make it in.
Really?
So, and then let's look down here at the bottom half of this poll. You got Ole Miss at 16, which they got a big game coming against Georgia at Ole Miss this weekend. Iowa State, they disappointed me. Matt Campbell and that team ended up losing to Texas Tech. I hated to hear that. But you got Army sitting here at 18, undefeated. They got Notre Dame coming up either this week or next week. Washington State got 1 loss. They're sitting at 20. Clemson, they end up winning. Clemson can win the ACC and be in the playoff. Louisville could win the ACC championship, be in the playoff. Colorado at 21. They keep winning. They win the Big 12. They could be ranked 21st in the country and make the playoff.
Yeah.
I mean, this playoff is going to be just mind-boggling.
I'm curious to see how it pans out.
SMU at 13.
Yeah, that's a dark horse right there. But that's a good team, guys.
What do you think about that? I mean, got anything else on the AP poll?
No, I'm happy to see Vandy back in the rankings, rightfully so. That's a good, solid team.
Absolutely. I mean, I think, honestly, Vandy's is a 21 to 25 team.
They're good. They're a top 25 program.
Yeah.
They are meant to be there.
Love seeing Louisville beat the absolute brakes off of Clemson last night, though.
A&M didn't drop as far back as I thought they would. Honestly, 15th.
But
I understand that's their first SEC loss.
But even look at it too. The spread, they were only a 2.5 point favorite.
Yeah, they got blown out, man.
Which was crazy.
Ole Miss. I mean, I feel like Ole Miss should have been a little higher in Texas A&M, but I get it, I guess.
Ole Miss is clicking, though. They're starting to click now. And that
they put up 63 on Arkansas. That's no slouch either.
Got Georgia coming to
record.
town.
I'm getting into our notes down here a little bit later, but
yeah. I mean, they got Georgia coming to town. That's time to start clicking.
This Saturday, baby.
It is.
Go Ole Miss, baby. I need the Rebels to win.
Yeah, boy.
Man, we already touched on it a little bit, man. Week 10 college football recap.
Yep.
Game day this past weekend was at Ohio State and Penn State. They was at Penn State.
Still should have been a night game.
Ohio State holds on to win this one 20-13. This was honestly one of the best games of the day.
It was.
My question for you, Hess, on this is why I brought this segment up. This it for James Franklin? Let me give you a statistic. Let you think that over.
I mean, I know he's terrible against top 5 teams. He's terrible against Ohio State.
He is now 1-10 against Ohio State and 1-13 against top 5 opponents. After the game, there were a chance to fire Franklin after the game. He got into it with a fan. That was great. I watched that video.
Did you hear what he said about that?
He said, why don't you tell me your name? He's like, if you're going to call me out like that, why don't you tell me the guy walked off? It was great. It's great.
Well, apparently Penn State came out and said if somebody has information on who that is, that kid is going to receive severe consequences for his actions.
Ooh, yeah, he wouldn't say his name.
Then you had the whole incident with Jason Kelsey outside the stadium.
Yeah, busting up a cell phone. I saw that.
And some other slurs we won't say on here because we don't want to get canceled.
Yeah, we don't want to get canceled. Yeah, he had a little bit of a moment.
To answer the question about James Franklin, man, okay, let's fire him. Who do you get? Who do you get that wants to go up to Penn State and play in that conference and play with that team to where, honestly, before you were running second fiddle to Michigan and Ohio State every year. Now you're going to run third and fourth fiddle to Oregon, Washington, Ohio State, Michigan.
Indiana.
But here's my thing. I look at the flip side of it. Ryan Day, you take away the one time he's beat Michigan, he's only beat a top 25 opponent 2 times.
Here's the thing. Okay, jobs like that. I mean, Franklin's a great coach.
Look what Franklin did before he got to Penn State. He was at Vandy.
Penn State is relevant every year. Mm-hmm. I get they can't win that game, but I understand the frustration from the fan base, right? Because, I mean, Tennessee lost to freaking Bama for 15 years straight. I understand, but, like, I don't think – I'm with you. Who you going to put to fill those shoes?
Here's my thing, Franklin. We are in a different time in college football. They just lost to the number 3 team in the country, okay? They got 1 loss on the season.
And they they had a chance to tie it at the end.
Right now, they are in the playoff. Even if Penn State loses again, they're probably going to be in the playoff. Yeah. So, is it more about – if let's say they win
I think it's just like a rivalry thing. I think it's just like he can't beat Ohio State. I don't want to cheer for him.
But I get that too. But I think now we got to look at this as fans of these teams. Like, does it really bother me that I'm losing to Alabama every year, or I'm losing to Ohio State every year, but I'm making the playoff and I made it to the national championship, or I made it to the Final Four? Like, what? That's going to become
all matters
more
at the end of the day. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how many times have we watched college basketball and Kentucky beat the brakes off of our teams in basketball, and then
we beat them.
Tennessee's in the Final Four, and Kentucky's out in the first round. At the end of the day, Tennessee's the bigger program there, no matter what Kentucky did to them in the regular season. Correct. So I think, as a fan base, let's pump the brakes for a minute.
I understand the frustration, but
I get it too.
Hang in there. You're a 1-loss team. You're 6th. I mean, you lost to an NFL roster by a touchdown. It's okay. I understand frustration, but you don't need to yell fire Franklin. I mean, he's your best option right now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where you think you're going to get Saban.
No. He ain't going to go Penn State. You crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, just hang in there, man. Stick with your coach. Y'all got a good coach. Yeah. Most teams would be killed to have James Franklin.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I would have a couple years back.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have him.
I get it, man.
So, yeah, you're not in bad shoes, man.
Yep, I agree with it.
Calling somebody's head way too early. If anybody needs to have their head chopped, it's freaking Florida State. I'll say that again. I've been waiting on it.
I can't believe he's still not. But that buyout's pretty big. So, but Friday night you had a big game.
We did. Not really.
It was a big game in the aspect of the fact that it was Boise State at the time ranked 15th, but now they're 13th in the country with the Heisman favorite Ashton Gentry.
And it wasn't even a game.
It wasn't, but I mean Gentry just tearing it up.
Yeah, he rushed for 149 on 31 carries.
I want to ask you.
Let me ask you this question before you ask me my question. Is he in talks with the best running backs in college football history?
Absolutely.
Is he one of the Reggie Bushes of college football?
Yeah, I think you look back. I think when our kids are our age now, they'll look back and be like.
My thing was always Reggie Bush. Like he was the greatest running back I'd ever.
Seen. Now I'm not going to say that. I'm not putting him up there with like Reggie Bush or like back in my day it was Reggie Bush, Ricky Williams, Jamal Charles. That's 2 Texas running backs.
Ricky Williams, my God,
I love Ricky Williams at Texas. I mean that was incredible. Jamal Charles at Texas, Derrick Henry's, just some big time running backs. Yep. But I think. I mean, Nick Chubb's, Todd Gurley's. I mean, the list goes on and on. Y'all had Jamal Lewis. Florida had some incredible running backs there for a while, too. Miami, Clinton Portis, Willis McGahee.
Yeah.
Florida State, Dalvin Cook.
Cook.
One of the best running backs, in my opinion. It's sucked that his career got cut short because of a neck injury, was Tech running back. One that did all the backflips. Super athlete. He was on the team when we were up there.
Can't remember, man. All I remember is Danny Cole, baby.
Danny
Cole caught that football.
I would have said if I wouldn't have been trying to think about it.
Can't think of his name, man.
He was like the best athlete they ever had.
Speaking of Gurley, do you know he retired at like 32?
Yeah.
Or 30? Something like super young. I didn't realize he retired that early.
Hey, there's Nick Bush on the roster in 2012.
Yeah, boy. Represent him.
What? I need to run backs through the years. Oh my gosh, why do I not remember his name?
It's not ringing a bell, man.
You'll know.
I was like 13.
When I say it, you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah." I mean, they had Kevin Jones. That was one of them, but that's not what I'm talking about. Kevin Jones. Where's he at?
I'm not a tech guy, I can tell you. Where's Brian Long at when we need him?
Right. All right, here we go. I'll find it right here. David Wilson.
David Wilson. I do remember that name.
Number 4.
Yes.
Remember when we were up there at North Carolina, he did the backflips and full pads from the 50?
Yeah.
He got drafted to the Giants, got a neck injury on kickoff, and was never the same. Like, he was probably the best running back I ever seen in person.
David Wilson.
Outside of, like, I got to see, I've seen Nick Chubb and Sony Michel in person, but at that age, that was awesome. But to talk to Gentry, yeah, I think he's up there. I think he's one of the, I'll say, top 20 running backs in college football history.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
It's going to be interesting. Right now, I think I've seen a thing that has Boise State coming to Tennessee in the first round of the playoffs. But, again, everybody's just picking.
I know.
So
That'd be crazy. Knows. That'd be crazy, man.
So
talk about that and Samson against each other.
Oh, man. Talk about a
running back you.
Yeah, boy. That'd be a heck of a game.
Against boys, and he'd have to run against Tennessee's defense front 7.
Yeah.
Ooh, we'll see what he's got.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
That'd be a good game.
Hey, it'll be more on offense. Hey, that's another thing, though. That offensive line. How good is that offensive line?
For Boise?
Yeah.
Must be pretty good.
That's something
They're freeing up the hole. But, Gentry, if you watch, he's a patient runner.
He's very patient.
He waits on that hole, man. That's why I compared him to Le'Veon Bell, because Le'Veon Bell was that same
That's
style.
another good one.
Yeah, he was that same style run.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Patient. Yeah.
Oh, man. I go all day on some running backs. But one more player, just because it came to my mind, he wasn't a running back that I absolutely loved watching play in college. Larry Fitzgerald. When he was at Pittsburgh. Yeah. Gosh, I love Larry Fitz.
Yeah, Fitzgerald's nice.
But yeah, Boise State ended up winning that game. That's 56-24 San Diego State. San Diego State's really down this year. But Boise State, just keep on trucking, guys. You setting up
keep on trucking.
Playoff. Duke, Miami. Boy, was this a game for a minute?
Yeah, Duke ran out of gas, man. They had 7 minutes left. They were up. 7 minutes left in the third, sorry. Yeah. They were up.
And then they just
fell apart.
Turnovers killed them.
Well, that, and then Cam Ward just lights out, man. 53-31 was the final. This game was closer than the score shows.
Absolutely.
Miami improves to 9-0. Are they legit?
I'm not sold on them. 9-0, but to me, they've
had some iffy games, man. They've had some close, but hey, they found a way to win.
This Miami team reminds me of the undefeated Notre Dame team with Manti Te'o.
And then they got killed.
Yep.
Yeah, Ward threw for 400 yards, like I mentioned earlier, and 5 touchdowns. So another Heisman performance for him. Dude's great, man. I love watching him play.
Oh, he's an athlete, man. He makes some incredible throws.
He's fun to watch play. Yeah. Next up on the docket, 19 Ole Miss.
I want to say something. Okay. Duke. Everybody thought Duke was. They lost Riley Leonard. They lost Mike Elko. Everybody would just.
Hey, Duke's not bad.
And Manny Diaz came in there and has absolutely 2 losses on the year, 3 losses on the year now.
3.
Yeah, 3 losses. And SMU and Miami's 2 of those losses. And SMU was in overtime because Duke decided to go for 2. So, Duke, nothing to hang your head about. But, yeah, next game on the docket we had Ole Miss, Arkansas. You kind of touch base on that. Ole Miss came out and just was like, hey, we're going to not be looking ahead at Georgia.
I picked Arkansas. Yeah,
I did too, man.
Arkansas's defense, I don't know what happened. Yeah, Dart broke the school record, 515 yards, 6 touchdowns.
Yep.
62-31. That's impressive, man.
It is.
Put up 63 on Arkansas. That's impressive.
Yeah, 515 yards passing. Yeah, buddy.
Oregon versus Michigan. This game's a little bit closer than I thought. There for a while.
Michigan got a decent defense.
Michigan was hanging 28-17. I think that's close as they got. And then Oregon pulled away, put 10 more on them, 38-17. Oregon's just too much this year. Like I said, I think Oregon's they're number 1 for a reason.
Dan Lanning, man.
We'll see playoff time what they got. 18 Pitt. Well, these rankings have changed. Sorry. So Pitt versus
now.
SMU.
Yep.
Was SMU 16th?
So SMU is now. Sorry, let me check it real quick. 13th.
13th.
Boise State. Okay. I missed the mistake that they're 12th now. Boise State is.
Okay, got you. So SMU 13th, rightfully so. This team is making a comeback. Coming up through the rankings. There we go. Making a come.
Oh, you know what they're doing, man. What are they doing to you?
Man, that's a blooper right there.
Yeah,
making a come.
Making them come.
No, I didn't say that. I said...
That's what you said. That's what it sounded like.
Oh, my God.
That's how I took it.
Well, here's the thing, guys. They're coming through the rankings. That's what I meant to say.
Ooh.
SMU exposes Pitt 48-31. 25.
That's the second time you've done that this season.
I know, man. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I love it, man.
Get your mind out of the gutter, bro.
Hey. Sorry.
That's pretty funny.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second, please. Just forgive me for what I'm. Just hold on. Got one thing I got to do before we talk about this next game. Just forgive me. I'm so sorry.
Ah, God. Oh, baby.
Dark
It's a
mode,
blackout. It's a blackout.
Dark mode.
Dark mode. Dark
Yeah, boy.
mode, baby. I
Dark
love
mode.
it. I kind of like that. I kind of like how you look right now. You kind of look spooky.
Hey, dark mode. I know that's
Dark
what
mode,
Tennessee was
baby.
trying to accomplish last night.
Yeah, Kentucky versus Tennessee, man. That's a great game. That's a
Was.
good game.
Was.
Balls hold on, 28-18. Missed 3 field goals. One was a 34-yard chip shot that I used to make in my backyard with Hess holding the ball.
Yeah.
Used to kick through Mr. Hutton's two trees.
Yeah. Yep, you did.
That was a chip shot, man. Chip shot, 34
Chip shot.
nothing. But the coolest thing out of that game for me was Sampson breaks the touchdown record. He's got 19 on the season, previously held by Gene McEver in 1929. Hess said nobody gives a shit about you. Yes, that is true. That is true. I just read that right off. My God.
Oh, God.
That's true. That's true. That's true, Hess. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Who cares about that guy?
Who cares, right? Just
Who
me.
is he?
Just
Who
me.
is he?
I only care about that, I guess. My thing is,
Did
I don't
you even-
understand.
I
I
got
don't
a
even
question.
understand
Hold
how
on.
he's not. I don't even
Stop.
understand how he's not in the Heisman rankings.
Before, they talked about that a little bit last night,
Mhm.
but before Dylan Sampson started doing what he's doing, did you know about this guy?
Yes, Dylan Sampson played last year.
No, not Dylan Sampson, the guy that he broke the record of.
Oh no,
Okay, then.
it was 1929. How am I going to know that?
I agree.
It's almost 100 years ago.
I agree, man.
Golly, man, I can't believe you put that in there. That's hilarious.
You read it straight off the.
I sure did, baby. Read it right off there.
Oh,
That's
God.
true. Nobody cares but me. I'm sure there's some ball listeners out there.
That was great. I've never laughed so hard.
That was good. That was a good one.
It was good.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm proud of you on that one.
Yep. Sorry about that, guys.
You don't want to talk about Tennessee anymore?
That's all I had to say, really. I mean,
That's all I got.
yeah. Their kicker had the yips. Had the yippies, man. He's missing all his field goals. Missed 3 in a row.
It happens, man.
That was Nico's best game, though. I will say that.
Hey, good for Nico.
Okay. A lot of hate there, I feel. A lot of hostility. But
I'm
that was
just-
a good game for Nico.
I'm
He
just-
had 300 yards, but it should have been daggone
Hey,
400.
before the game, I told you. I want big
He
things.
should
out
have
of
had
Nico.
5 touchdowns, man.
I told you I wanted big things. This is his game. This is the game for
Wide
Nico.
receivers drop
This
balls.
was the game. This was the game for Nico.
He looked good.
He did.
God, you trying to get me daggone about to pass out here. Golly. You raving over there?
Yeah, man. Raven.
Raving.
Sorry, that's my I got them from Neyland.
Man, that place was electric.
I got them from Neyland.
Georgia
Georgia.
versus Florida.
Carson Beck sucks.
He's pretty bad.
He's threw 11 interceptions in the last 5 games.
He threw 3 against Florida.
He's through.
I
he's
mean,
had
just
multiple interception
easy
games.
picks. I mean,
You
just
know,
dumb.
Let me tell you what it is.
mistakes.
Let me tell you what it is.
Let me tell you.
He
Let me tell you. Let me
He
tell you.
got comfortable with Lad McConkey and Brock Bowers last year. You
I don't
throw it
know
up,
what it
those
is.
kids are going to catch it. I mean, look at what they're doing in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
And now this year, I don't think he trusts anybody. I don't. One, he probably can't trust them because he's afraid they're going to get arrested. And 2, the running game's been stagnant. He didn't have that running back to lean on much. I mean, NTNs came on a little bit here late, but he went out yesterday or Saturday with an injury. I don't think up here in his head that Beck's confident in his receivers. Oscar Delp was supposed to be the next Brock Bowers, and he's barely caught a pass all year. I think that's Beck's problem. I think he's lacking confidence. It showed.
Yeah, I just think Carson Beck never has been that great. I'm just gonna be honest. Never have been a big fan.
I'll say this: I think last year,
I think you always had wide receivers, like you said, who catch the ball, and
That's what
you
I was
always had
about to
great offensive line.
Yeah.
And some of that stuff's missing this year, and it's exposing Carson Beck.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, offensive line's finally getting healthy, but
I mean, this game was closer than the score set, 34-20. Y'all got to pick there late. That really secured the win. I mean, you got the ball on like the 10-yard line.
I was going to check on something.
They were up 27-20, and then y'all scored there, so 34-20. But, yeah, Florida had y'all. Florida had y'all for a while. If I'm Georgia, I'm a little nervous about this weekend. They better bring their A game. Ole Miss is. Lane Kiffin's going to have that team ready. I'm excited for that one. Go Rebels, baby. Go Rebels.
Florida, though, down to their third stringer, the Yale transfer, but both his parents graduated from Florida, so it should be okay.
Yeah.
Lagway had an MRI Sunday morning. They have yet to release the results of that. But yeah, he'll have more tests. They're saying it's a soft tissue injury, so I hate to see that for the kid. But I did love seeing the fact that he came back out and was cheering on his team and was very into that game. And I mean that's a lot. That shows a lot from a freshman, a true freshman. And I hated to see him go.
Freshman.
I hated to see him go down.
He's not a false freshman.
Nope, he's straight out of high school.
I like it. He's good, man.
Yeah, I think if Florida needs to find a way to hang on to him and don't. If it means Billy Napier has to stay there, then Billy Napier needs to stay there, and they need to keep him.
Here's my thing with Florida. I think they've played a lot better since the Tennessee game. They brought their A game to that Tennessee game, and ever since then they've been turning on.
Motivated. I think it was a self-motivating game. I mean, sometimes you lose these games, and I think teams motivate. Like, okay, we lost to Tennessee by 3 or whatever it was, and you get motivated. Like, hey, we can hang with these guys if we actually come out here and actually put forth an effort.
Yeah.
So,
no, hats off to Florida, man. That was a good game.
Hey,
I hate they lost.
Shout out to Chris's ex-boyfriend on this one. She was dating before she married me. I won't say his name, but if he is listening, I'm not going to say his name, but if he is listening, if he does, I doubt it. Clemson got beat, bud. Clemson got beat.
Yeah, Clemson looked. They had all the marbles in their hand. They dropped them.
They had
them all in their hand.
Right down that hill, they run down.
Yeah, right down that hill, man. Dabo came down that hill. He just tripped all over him. I mean, it was terrible.
Yeah.
This game wasn't even close.
Nope, it wasn't. It was
Louisville dominated them the whole game, 33-21. Shocked them.
The only reason the game's even close is the fourth quarter was pretty much garbage time touchdowns.
Yep. I mean, the game was over.
Absolutely over.
Love to see it.
Shout out to Louisville and then black helmets with a retro bird, a cardinal on the side of it.
Always got nice gear, man.
So nice.
So nice.
Love it. Indiana. Won again.
Old Indiana. Almost had that. When I said 56-3, it was close. 47-10.
Tied for their school record for wins in a single season. 9-0 on the year now. Huge.
Yeah. Pretty impressive team, man.
Indiana got a.
If you recall, too, Michigan State, I think, held around with week before. Who was it?
Michigan.
Yeah, they hung with Michigan for a while.
I mean, Indiana's got Ohio State and Oregon coming up, so.
Oh, buddy.
Did
they go undefeated?
Man, if they do, that would shake
Wouldn't that be something?
Everything.
Wouldn't that be something?
Man, imagine one guy that there's somebody there that put money on him to make the playoff.
Oh my God. They weren't even they were not even like top 50 coming in.
No, they were ranked, I think, coming in I could be wrong on this, so somebody correct me. Pretty sure they were ranked in the top, I think it was like 117th in the country at the beginning of the year. Out of 135 teams.
Jeez. Yeah. Talk about a flip up.
Another big one. Another upset.
This was crazy. This one blew my
Texas A&M. I mean, hey, Texas A&M bringing that true freshman first ever road start.
Yeah,
18-year-old. It showed big time. And Sellers said, "Hey, this is my house. I'm going to show you how a real freshman plays."
Yeah, Darude was playing there. They stormed the field. It was great. I mean,
rightfully so.
Great win for Shane Beamer, honestly.
That's a field storming victory. You beat the brakes off a top 10 team.
Yeah.
That nobody gave you a chance to win at your place. Yeah, storm the field.
Beat him by 24. 44-20. Wasn't even close.
I don't even want to talk about it.
It was close at one time. Sorry, it was 2020.
Yeah.
And then
South Carolina was up.
Dominated. Yeah.
They were up and Texas A&M came back in.
Yeah.
This next one, though, this kind of ruined my entire upcoming weekend for me.
Save the best for last.
Yeah.
Big Orange, baby! Syracuse pulls it off against the Hokies. Tech blows it in overtime. 38-31. They should have never lost this game.
They were up 21-3.
Terrible
or
coaching.
21-7, something like that.
Terrible. Brian Long will tell us more about it.
Yep, we're going to bring him on. He's going to dissect it.
We're going to let him have a full-on segment.
A whole segment.
Of just talking about how bad Tech is.
Talk about a team that is a shoulda, coulda, woulda team.
It's almost every freaking year, dude.
Yeah,
it's almost every year.
Absolutely. I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get how Tech continuously
They find a way to lose. Dude, this team could be a one-loss team. One loss to Vandy because Vandy beat them fair and square.
No, but I mean that game went to overtime.
It did, but I'm just saying, like if I had to pick one loss, sure, I let the Vandy loss because they beat Miami. Should have never lost to Rutgers.
Yeah, had Rutgers too.
Who else they lose to? Syracuse, and then someone else, right?
Vandy, Rutgers, Syracuse,
Miami. So it's a 4.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't get it. We were talking.
Should be a one-loss team.
Me and you were talking to
top 25 program.
We were talking to some Tech fans Saturday morning at the gym, and they were worried. I mean, they were talking about how bad Tech plays at Syracuse, which they have. They've always played bad up there. But like I was sitting there, I'm like, God, this team should blow the brakes off the Syracuse. Like,
They really should. I mean, look what Pitt did to Syracuse.
Yeah,
and then look what SMU did to Pitt.
Yeah,
Tech, in my opinion, is better than those teams. Now, Tech did lose a lot of players.
Yeah,
I mean, Drones didn't start this game. Didn't see that coming.
Yeah,
I was so confused when I saw when I first pulled up and Drones wasn't playing. I was like, "What the heck is going on?"
Right.
I thought he got injured on a play or something before I turned it on, but found out it was an ankle injury. Tootin was already banged up. I don't think he played much either, right?
They was already done like the third string.
They're just beat up, but you can't blame it on that because when they had all these.
Shout out to the backup though. That backup that played for him, he played his heart out.
Yeah, he played good, man. He looked great in that first half.
And shout out to Fran Brown, former Georgia DB coach.
No free shout
Syracuse. Yeah, no free shout outs to him. But after the game, he was looking for a Tech's head coach, good game or whatever. Well, quarterback for Tech, he died on that last play. Like, I don't even know exactly what happened. He took a vicious hit, and then all the Tech people were around him. Well, he came over, did his handshake with the coach, and then he went over to Tech's quarterback, and I read his lips. He said, "You played a hell of a game. Way to play your heart out," and just gave him a big hug and helped him up. I love it. I love seeing stuff like that. Like, a lot of people, fans especially, see these teams. You're like, I hate you. Hope you stay down. Seeing a coach come over and just help another and pat him on the back, like, good game. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, man. I hate that for Tech.
So, before we go any farther out of college football, because I know we're about to end it, what's your opinion on the whole SEC suspending coaches, finding players, finding coaches if they fake injuries?
I agree with that 100%. You got to do something. It can't be killing these teams' momentums when they're moving and your defense can't keep up. That's not fair. Condition better. So I think a fine is great because it goes on all the time. And me as a Vols fan, I see it all the time in every game because of how fast the offense moves. But not just that. I mean, you see it in other games too. But yeah, I mean, rightfully so. You got to do something.
Interesting. I can't wait to see who the first coach is to get suspended for it.
Lane Kiffin.
Could be. MLB
real quick.
You okay?
Yeah, man. I'm good.
You scabbed over?
Hey, is what it is.
Is it scabbed over, though?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. As long as it ain't a fresh one.
I'm still here, baby.
All right, man. Let's make
still here, baby, till I die.
In case you don't know, guys, your first time listening.
Yankees tomorrow. I forgot what I was going to say.
Yankees tomorrow.
Yankee yesterday, today, tomorrow, forever. How about that?
Lord God.
How about that? In my coffin, I want a Yankee logo on my forehead. Put that on there for me, Hess. Stamp it on my head.
Nope, not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Wish you would. Yeah, speaking of Yankees, they're eyeing Alonso. If you don't know who I'm talking about, Pete Alonso. Yep. As the Soto backup plan. I'll say this right now. I do not see Soto re-signing with the Yankees.
I'll say this, too. The Yankees have until 5 p.m. today to sign Cole, where he's gone.
They're going to sign him. They don't sign him. I'm done with Yankees. You know how I just said that statement? Yankees today, tomorrow, forever? It'll be Yankees today, no more tomorrow, or forever. How about that?
Lord. But yeah, it is. Let me see what it says here. It says, Yankees have until 5 p.m. today to guarantee the $36.5 million on fifth year, or Cole will become an unrestricted free agent.
Cannot let Cole slip through, guys. We need Cole.
You lose Cole, and you lose Soto.
We done
you got a lot of money, so you go get Corbin Burns, you go get Jake Flaherty, you go get
Snail,
Pete Alonso, Snell, go, just buy the whole top 5. Get free,
Buy them all, baby.
Get Freed and put him in there as a middle reliever. Go get Pete Alonso, make him your DH. Tell Stanton to kick rocks and go work at a retirement home.
Hey, Stanton tore it up in the playoffs, man.
His back's probably like blowed out right now. He probably hasn't made it in the house yet, man.
I got spasms.
Yeah.
Spasms.
But yeah, the Yankees. It's gonna be interesting what happens there with Cole.
Yankees. We'll see what they do, man. They'll pull off something. They always do.
Freed's gonna be probably leaving the Braves, so I get what you're saying here. You're losing some big time people you cheer for.
I don't want to lose Cole, man. I like Cole a lot. I
really do. One. But I like Yanks, Cole with a beard.
Yeah. Now I get that. Clean shaven Cole. Yanks declined Rizzo's 2025 club option, rightfully so. I think it's time.
Yeah, bye.
Gotta get a first baseman.
Bye.
Bellinger did sign with the Cubs this past weekend. He's staying with the Cubs.
Good for him. Good for the Cubbies. Good for him.
Good for the Cubs. That's a big get.
I wonder how the marijuana laws are in Chicago.
I don't know.
Bellinger always looks high as a kite.
Might be smoking, baby.
He might be. Smoke him if you got him.
Smoke him if you got him, if it's legal.
Snell, you mentioned him.
Yep, opts out of contract. We'll see where he goes.
Yep, that'll be interesting. See where he goes.
That will be interesting. He's a bouncer, ain't he?
He is. I think he wasn't sad. He waited a long time, and I think he was going to be a Yankee, but it fell through. And I think that Giants signing was kind of I want to play somewhere kind of deal.
Yeah, he didn't get the money like he was thinking.
Right, and got it on here too. The Braves, they traded Soler for Griffin Canning. Solid, decent pitcher. He had a 4.75 ERA this year. I think Anthopoulos said they're going to use him more as a middle reliever, which is fine. I think that's a good place to put him because you never know. We might bring back Freed. There's a chance to get Snell. There's a chance to get a Jack Flaherty. There's a chance to get a Corbin Burns. And heck, there might be a chance to bring old Garrett Cole to Atlanta. So that would put that with Chris Sale and Spencer Strider next year. And ooh, buddy,
I'd be mad. I'd be so mad.
You talking about coming early?
I'd be so mad.
I've been coming to Atlanta. I'll tell you that.
Oh my God, yeah. Coming down the road. Speaking of coming down the road, NBA news.
NBA?
How's Hess's Knicks doing?
Man, the Knicks are the Knicks.
Knicks are Knicks.
Knicks are the Knicks, man. The thing with them is, can they stay healthy this year?
Your boy Cat had a triple-double?
It was a triple-double. Had 40-point triple-double. They're playing good. I mean, they're playing some good basketball. They're fun to watch. I love Jalen Brunson. I love everything there is to love about Jalen Brunson. Like, I think he is the most old schoolish type player I say old school. I go back to like from 03, the Melo draft class to now. Like that Melo draft class. Like, he reminds me of a young D Wade with a mixture of Allen Iverson. But the Knicks are 3-2 on the year. They just beat the Pistons. Brunson had 36 points. He went off against them. Cat's out right now with an ankle or something like that. So it's just a matter of staying healthy. Cavs, though.
Man. Cavs, undefeated.
Cavs just keep on winning.
Donovan Mitchell. Hit a game winner the other night.
Yep. And they got a big game coming up.
I know what I wanted to ask you, since it's off the record. What do you think about D Wade's statue?
That thing is horrible.
Horrible.
And anybody who says it looks like D Wade has never seen D Wade.
You talking about Cody Bellinger being high. You about to be high to say that's a good-looking statue.
I know, man.
My God. Yeah, D-Wade was paid to say that. Somebody had to be like, hey, man, I'll give you some money to pay on that. That looks nothing like it. That's disrespect.
Have you seen the edits where, the famous photo where he throws
Yes, and it's a picture of that. Die, dude. It's great.
The thing I sent you on Twitter, too, the Yale-Columbia game where they used that as the field goal. I would miss the field goal, too.
Oh, yeah, dude. It was terrible.
But yeah, you're talking about the Cavs. They're undefeated. They just beat the Bucks 114-113. An incredible game.
God, the Bucks are struggling.
Cavs got the Bucks again tonight at 7 o'clock on NBA TV. So that'll be a pretty fun game to watch. NBA's interesting this year. You've got some solid ball players around the league. The Celtics look really, really good. The Knicks look like a mid-tier team right now, just trying to figure out the pieces. The Cavs, I'm not buying into the undefeated record. Lakers, it's all going to depend on if they stay healthy, if Anthony Davis and them can stay healthy. I think
Don't connect, baby.
Dalton Connect looks really good off the bench. I think he'll end up being a starter before the season's out.
Oh, absolutely. Dude can shoot.
I would like to see Dalton Connect in a three-point contest.
He can shoot, man. He dropped, 35 the other night?
I don't know if he had
career high.
He had 35 points?
I think he had 35 one night.
I got to check that out.
It was preseason.
He did have 35 in the preseason.
Maybe that's what I saw.
Let me see what he did. Last game, I'll check their box score. Just to see.
He had like 5 points or 11 points one game I looked.
He had 5 points in the last game.
Not an NBA guys. Not an NBA guy.
Not an NBA guys.
Yeah, I'm not an NBA guys. I told you I can't talk this morning. It's too early.
I know, man. I get it. Yeah, he's averaging about 15, 20 minutes a game. So, I mean, they're playing him. He had 18 points. That's his career high so far. 18 points against the Cavs.
Okay, 35 was preseason.
But, hey, Bronny James had 2 points.
Hey,
and
hey, give me that round of applause.
Hey, no, hold on.
Oh,
I got a stat for you. Yeah, I do. Bronny James. He has 2 points on the season. That's more points than Kristaps Porzingis, Joel Embiid, Paul George, Damian Lillard. Or not Damian Lillard.
He's an all-star.
He might be.
He's an all-star.
He might be. Might be, baby.
Tingus Pingus is what's wrong with him? Is he injured?
I think all them guys are injured.
Tingus Pingus.
Kristaps Porzingis. You remember that draft?
Kristaps Tingus Pingus. That's what his name is.
They booed him. Knicks fans booed him.
I remember. I remember they threw stuff and everything. Yeah.
Oh my god.
He was a stud.
God, he still is good.
Yeah, he's good.
But he's just surrounded by a bunch of stars and Boston.
He's getting overlooked.
Yeah.
He's injured a lot too.
He is, but that's
like
the NBA. That's the NBA now, though. Like, who's not injured?
Right. It's like
they wake up in the morning, they're like, "Oh, stretch strong, I'm out.
I'm out. Pay me."
Like they're having to make rules that say you have to play a certain amount of games.
Yeah, because a lot of times too, a lot of people go there to watch that player and then they don't play.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah, NBA. I'm following it here now. I'm following the Knicks. Not so much
I'm
the entire NBA.
A little bit.
I am keeping up with it a little bit. NFL. You got the Chiefs on here. They are going after some receivers, but I'll go over some games that happened yesterday. You had some big games. Cowboys, how about that, guys? Y'all lost to the Falcons 27-21. Haha, Cowboys. Kirk Cousins
What's that make Cowboys,
off.
3-4?
3-5 on the season.
3-5.
Buffalo
oh my
Bills
God.
win a close one against the Dolphins, 30-7.
They were down last time I looked.
Bengals. 5 touchdowns for Joe Burrow, and going off against the Raiders, won 41-24. The Brownies lose to the Chargers 27-20. Jameis Winston couldn't pull off a miracle. The Patriots did everything they could to come back in this game. They tied it up at the final seconds to go to overtime, but Mason Rudolph led the Tennessee Titans with 240 yards and 2 touchdowns to win that game 20-17. The Commanders improved to 7-2. Jane Daniels had 209 yards. They won 27-22. Giants almost came back in the fourth quarter. They scored 12 points in the fourth quarter, almost came back. The Panthers got them a victory over the Saints. The Saints have fell off the freaking map. The Panthers won.
Hey, Saints beat Dallas. Just going to say that.
They did. It's great. The Panthers won 23-22. The Denver Broncos, Bo Nix had his first ever receiving touchdown today, and they ended up losing 41-10. But hey,
that was the best highlight of their day.
It was a terrible time in Baltimore. They just did not show up. So I guess we're back to where we was at. The Eagles won 28-23 against the Jaguars. Arizona blows up in this game, destroy Caleb Williams and his painted fingernails 29-9. I had to check this because Kyler Murray played terrible. He had no touchdowns. He had 154 yards passing. I was curious because I had him on my bench in fantasy, and Bo Nix outscored him, so I was curious about that. And the best game probably so far of the day, well, there's 2 games. You had the walk-off home run with the Rams against the Seahawks. They had Stafford hit a game-winning touchdown pass in that one. But the Lions improved to 7-1 on the season after beating the Packers 24-14 in an absolute monsoon of a game in Lambeau Field. And then if you cared about Thursday night, the Jets finally got a win, 21-13, and probably the greatest catch I've ever seen outside of the Odell Beckham catch. Garrett Wilson had the Jordan logo type catch. It was incredible. Nice. If you haven't seen it, you need to check that out. But coming up tonight, or Sunday night game, you got the Colts. I think they're playing the Vikings. That game, who knows who's going to win that, but I think the Vikings won that game.
I'm going to say Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings. Monday night. Got a Monday night game tonight, 8:15. Undefeated Chiefs against the Bucks and the Seth Stanley ran offense. Who you got?
Give me the Bucks, baby, with the upset.
I like it.
I don't like the Chiefs, man.
I don't like
the Chiefs.
I'm done with them. But hey, I do need Travis Kelce scoring some points. But yeah, man. That's the NFL right now. And also, I want to throw this out. It's off the record. NASCAR. They're heading in next weekend is the final race of the season. They're down to their final 4 drivers. So the highest finisher of the top 4 in points of those 4 drivers, which is going to be Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, Tyler Reddick, and Joey Logano. Whoever finishes the highest out of those 4 win the championship. I think that final thing should be a 3-race playoff against those drivers to get a total. But anyway, at the Martinsville race, you had a lot of controversy, and this is all over the news. This ain't even on sports news. William Byron was trying to make the playoffs. He was 1 point ahead of Christopher Bell with 5 laps to go. Ross Chastain, Austin Dillon, who drive for Chevy, but drive for separate teams, not Hendrick Motorsports teams, got word on the radio to stay behind William Byron and block both lanes of traffic and keep anybody from passing him, because for every position you lose, if you're not an NASCAR fan, you lose a point. And Christopher Bell would have passed him. So they held up 7 cars and held it up. Well, that happened. I don't know if you remember a couple years ago, Ross Chastain did the Hail Mary in the video game move. He went into the turn and never touched the brake, just rode the wall all the way around.
Really?
Yeah, he went to Martinsville, never touched the brake, just rode the wall, did 120 miles an hour around the turn, broke the track record by 3.5 seconds because he went so fast. Typically at Martinsville, you do 60 miles an hour in the turn. He did 120 because he rode the wall, the video game move. NASCAR banned that move. Okay. Said, can't do that. It's a safety violation. There's a gate there. It could have came open, hit him. You never know what happened. Yeah. Anyway, Christopher Bell needed to pass Bubba Wallace at the end. And the reason that was because Bell was 1 lap down. And he couldn't pass anybody else because nobody else was a lap down. Well, Bubba went a lap down to the race winner, Ryan Blaney. So Bubba just all of a sudden got word on the radio what Chevy was doing, and he's a Toyota driver. Christopher Bell's a Toyota driver for Joe Gibbs. He backed off the pace. Christopher Bell caught him in the last turn, dove down in the turn, got loose, slammed into the wall, and then gassed it and rode the rest of the wall way around. Okay, he advanced by tiebreaker because he had the tiebreaker over William Byron. Race is over. Ryan Blaney won his way in. NASCAR comes out, takes that finish away from Christopher Bell because of him riding the wall. So William Byron makes the playoff, but they're now investigating the radio commentary to see if there was manipulation in the finish and if drivers were giving 100% to pass William Byron or if they were told to lay back. If that's the case, William Byron may be penalized, and if that's the case, Denny Hamlin and I can't remember who the other driver is, will make it into the playoffs or the Final Four. But right now, NASCAR's playoff system is a joke, and it absolutely needs to be fixed.
Man, exposing them, huh?
Oh, another thing. Joey Logano
They should have thought of these equations.
Joey Logano made it, even though he was eliminated 3 races ago, but Alex Bowman's car got DQ'd. He got disqualified because it was too light.
He got Dairy Queened. That's crazy. He gets upside down blizzard to get out of here.
So they put Logano in the playoff in his place because he advanced in points. And Logano won the next race and advanced to the Final Four. And Logano's actually like 16th in points, but now he's in the championship for it. Yeah, but that's my off-the-record talk right there for any NASCAR fans that might listen. College pick'ems. Trey Bun's still winning.
He's going to win.
He's going to win.
Trey Bun, what'd you want that $50 for? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know, Trey. Go ahead and let us know, big dog.
Just go ahead and let us know. You got that. You got that dub.
You got anything else?
I'm out.
You out? You off the record?
I'm off the record, guys.
Guys, appreciate you guys for 1,000 follows. We're only taking this thing. This thing's going farther and farther. We're going for 2,000 is our next goal. We're excited. See y'all. Have a wonderful Monday. Have a great week. Be safe. Be sure you set your clocks back. Be sure you get out and vote on Tuesday. Y'all have a good one. See y'all.
Bye.
Be sure you vote, bud.
Yeah, dude. I always do.
You already did, though, didn't you?
I always do. Always vote, man.
It's your right.
Express that.